welcome. Happy Wednesday night. This is our Stories of Hope. This happens every Wednesday night. It's going to be going on for a while. If you've tuned in before, thank you for being back here with us. If you're new to joining live, I cannot wait for you to hear all of these stories that are going to be shared tonight. I just want to say again, thank you for being here and good job being here, because you should be showing up for yourself, and you never know what story you're going to hear and if there's going to be someone that pops into your head that might need the products because of the stories that you hear tonight. So we have myself, I'm going to be sharing it a little bit. Up first, we have my friend Shannon, and then Amber. They're going to share their amazing stories of how they got started with the products and really how it changed their lives. So take it away, Shannon.
Thank you so much. So like Sarah said, my name is Shannon, and I'm super excited to be sharing tonight. I have been taking Plexus and been with Plexus for a little over 5 years now, which is crazy to me that it has been that long already. Because for me, like, I don't usually stick with things for this long. So we know that since I'm still here doing this, obviously it's working and it's helping me and it's changed my life so much. So 5 years later, here I am. So before Plexus, there's a couple of things that it's helped me with. But the major thing is my back pain. I had chronic back pain that I struggled with from the time I was like a freshman in high school. I have herniated discs in my back. I don't know where they came from, other than actually they think that they came from a roller skating accident when I fell on my chin and got whiplash, and my whole spine is just all kinds of messed up. So I had tons of inflammation, tons of pain since I was a freshman in high school, like on disability in my 20s, could barely walk. Just like, long story short, I struggled for many, many years. Right before finding Plexus, I had just started my new career in ultrasound. And I remember vividly walking from my car into work, carrying just my purse at 30 years old, feeling like I can't do this anymore. Like, every single step was painful. So, I could barely walk, let alone run. Fast forward to finding these products, decreasing the inflammation in my body, and just feeling so much better. I started running. I always hated running. And I don't know if it was because I never could run, like I was in pain when I was running or what, but like I found this new passion for running, and just, I feel so much better. Like, my pain is like non-existent now. And like, I'm talking still the same way 5 years later, from taking the pink drink, and just, it has a magic ingredient in it that decreases the inflammation in our body. And I just feel like a completely different person because of it. There are other things that I do to manage my back pain. I still have my herniated disc, but this has been an incredible tool that I am so thankful that I found, because it has helped me so much. I don't have to take pain medication. I don't have to just be suffering all the time. Also, as we know, this is a gut health company, so it has helped me tremendously with my guts and going to the bathroom. I was always told all my life that constipation was normal, because all of my family suffered from constipation, and it just was how our family was, and it was fine, and we just pooped once a week and no big deal. Like, literally, that's what the doctors would tell my mom. And so, I thought it was normal because our whole family was that way, and here our doctors are telling us that. Well, guess what? Since starting Plexus, I now go to the bathroom every single day like a normal human is supposed to. And guess what? I don't feel like I weigh 200, 300 pounds anymore because of all the bloating and all the like gas that I carried around and all the poop I carried around all week long. Like, I don't have to deal with that anymore because I'm going on a daily basis. And then also another big thing was I was on prescription allergy medication, and this took a little bit longer to like feel the changes with that. But like 6 months into taking the products consistently, I no longer have to take my prescription medication. And like I said, now 5 years later, I'm still have not had to go back to taking any prescription medication. Once in a while, I get like a little stuffy or whatever from the different season changes, but nothing like I had before all of my life. Like I was literally on allergy shots when I was a little girl and struggled a lot with allergies and asthma, and working on my gut health has really like changed that around for me. So that is my health testimony and all the changes that I've seen in my health. Energy, all that good stuff too. I just cannot say enough good things about these products, and I just could stand on my roof and shout them out to my whole neighborhood and just have everybody take Plexus with me because I love it so much. And with that, the amazing community that we have here at Plexus has just been a blessing to my life. The business opportunity and the extra income that I have made has helped me buy myself a brand new car twice in the past couple years, and pays for my monthly payment every month plus some. And this has just been an all around amazing experience. And I just want everybody to join me. So that is my story. And I hope that it inspired somebody. Thank you so much for listening.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I just love like all the different ways, this has really impacted your life, starting from correcting something that, was horrible for you from such a young age. And I didn't even know that. Like Shannon and I went to high school together, and I didn't really know the extent of her back issues. And to hear starting, from then, and you probably at that point were going through your life thinking like, man, is this how it's going to be forever? And then what's it going to be like when I'm a lot older, when maybe this is how I should be feeling? Like, how is my life going to be impacted by that? So it's so awesome that, you found relief there. And then, the business has worked for you as well. Like it's helping you, pay off your car. I just think that's such a, I don't know, like well-rounded story. So thanks for sharing. Up next, we have Amber. I can't wait for you to hear her story as well. And she has an amazing business testimony to go with it, just as an added bonus tonight. Go ahead, Amber.
Hey, thank you so much, Sarah. And I loved hearing your story, Shannon. I don't know that I ever realized that you struggled with constipation. So that's so great that you're free from that. So anyway, I started these products almost 6 years ago now. I'll actually be celebrating my Plexiversary here in about another week. The beginning of July, I signed up with my friend Megan. She was sharing on Facebook that these products, this pink drink, was helping her run around with her boys, chasing her boys around. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need that in my life, because right now I'm napping every day with my child. I'm momming from the couch. It was rough. And I was like 14 months postpartum at that point. So it was kind of like unacceptable. It's not like I had a brand newborn. So I was definitely dealing with some like mineral deficiencies, vitamin deficiencies. I was just feeling like really chronic fatigue. So I'm super thankful that my friend Megan shared with me, because she mailed me a sample of the pink drink, and the rest is history. I was actually a stay-at-home mom at the time, and I would not have been able to pay for my products had it not been for the Plexus business opportunity. So as soon as I was reading through all of these amazing wellness testimonies of how many people were helped by the pink drink, I was reaching out to friends and messaging friends, because I knew that so many people needed these products. So these products helped me with energy. So I was able to play with my child, and it also reduced my brain fog. I had no idea that gut health was linked to seasonal allergies and lactose intolerance. So I had been dealing with lactose intolerance since I was about 11 or 12. I remember taking those lactate pills to a birthday party, just so that I could eat pizza at a kid's birthday party. So super thankful for these products, because now I have so much freedom. When we go on vacation, I can indulge in ice cream. I'm not suffering in the bathroom all vacation. That was not fun. I've definitely spent many vacations in the bathroom. So these products are just amazing for digestion and for allergies and lactose intolerance. What I was also dealing with when I started was postpartum depression and anxiety. And so these products, by healing my gut, there's a gut-brain connection. And so by healing my gut, my mood was improving. And so 90% of your serotonin actually comes from your gut health. And so I was able to come out of that postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety. Come here. And so these products were just such a big blessing. 3 weeks into using the products, my husband was like, wow, you're so different. Like, you're not snapping at me all the time. So he really benefited from me using the products. And I'm just so thankful for these products, because I'm able to be a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, and just more patient person. I just have patience. I'm not like flying off the handle at like little things, and I can leave the house. Like, I don't have that anxiety. It's not controlling my life anymore. And I'm super thankful for that. Also, one more perk of gut health is for your immune system. So 70% of our immune system actually comes from our gut health. And so in the last 6 years, I think I've been sick like 2 times. And actually, all of my boys had the stomach virus last week, and I did not. So as you can imagine, this makes caring for them much easier when you're not sick yourself, when you're not like throwing up along with them. It's certainly a benefit. So I'm super thankful for these products. They have blessed my life in so many ways. And also, the business has been an incredible opportunity. And about 3 years into this business, I had so many people join my team, and quite a few leaders on my team leading their own teams, that 3 years into this, I was just shy of 6 figures a year with this business. And I've stayed making that same kind of income the last 3 years consistently. So I also enjoy that about Plexus, is that there's residual income, and it's also very consistent because people are ordering every month. So with a lot of network marketing companies, okay, excuse me, sure. So with a lot of network marketing companies, people order candles, maybe on occasion. People order books for holidays or whatever, but they don't necessarily need those products every single month. But with Plexus, people are feeling a difference, and they're ordering every single month because they want to feel their best. And so this business has been just such a unique opportunity, and I'm so thankful that God put it in my life. So thanks so much for listening. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you so much for sharing. I love your story. I love for me, like hearing you talk about your postpartum depression, anxiety, like obviously that hits for me. And then also that not only was this able to help you like pull you out of all of that, like to see you thriving and working alongside your children and building a business. I know that has to feel amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. I am also working with my children. I have my daughter here. She's 5 months. So if you hear her, just part of it. We're women working with babies. But I want to thank you for hanging in here so far tonight. My story is, similar to Amber. I struggled bad with anxiety, depression. I was having panic attacks that led me to the ER. So when I first got started, I had seen actually Shannon post a lot and share a lot about these gut health supplements, and I knew nothing about gut health. I honestly would scroll by her posts. Don't tell her, just kidding, she's listening. And she but I was like, I don't know what she's talking about. I mean, that she looks like she's doing great. That's wonderful. It actually took another friend of ours, mutual friend, who was a new mom, and I was about a year and a half in motherhood, who posted about just her energy. And I thought, wait a minute. I didn't know that, gut health could be linked to energy. I'd never really looked into it, but whatever she's doing, she's saying that she's feeling amazing. Like maybe I should look into that. At the time, I was working part-time, and I also, when I wasn't working, was with my son and my nephew, and they're both very close in age. And I felt like I was going crazy. I was just, I would get out of bed. I had a C-section with my son. So I would get out of bed and my feet would like tingle when I got out of bed. And I had really bad shoulder knots. And I felt like when I was on the floor playing with them, like I was just weighed down, like I couldn't get up off of the floor. Inflammation throughout. And I knew that those things were present. But my main concern was the fact that I felt like I had no energy. And a lot like Amber had said, like you feel like you're parenting from the couch, or you feel like there's just something missing. Like I was watching some other mothers, and I know it's not healthy to compare yourself, but I was watching them, like, how do they have not just one or two children, but 3 or 4? And they're like running around, they're happy, they're living their lives. And I'm over here like I I felt like there was just definitely something wrong. Like I didn't have the energy. I felt miserable. And as time went on, my mental health really started to be impacted. I started to actually make videos to kind of like a vlog on how I was feeling, because I was very concerned with, my depression and how sad and unlike myself I had become. I didn't really recognize myself. And I thought, man, there's no way that motherhood can unravel me this much. Like I can't allow it. Like this isn't who I wanted to be. So I started to really become upset around that. And then I started to have panic attacks. My really bad, the first one that I had that was really bad was while I was driving and it was raining on the way to work, and I actually had to pull over. Eventually I made it into work and I was still sobbing, and I was just like at my desk. I made it to my desk, and my manager was like, do you need to go home? Like, what's wrong? And I was very embarrassed because I was like, I don't understand what's happening with me. Like, I can't even function normally in society now. I can't even go to work. What's happening? This is not okay. But I ignored it and I pressed on, and I didn't really talk about it with anybody. And that kept happening. I almost had to leave a shopping cart in ShopRite while I was shopping because I started to feel like the world was closing in and I couldn't talk to people. Like I couldn't talk to people checking out or in line. And I, am someone who was very social before becoming a mother. And I also at one point had worked retail. So like talking to people in lines and in stores and just in general, being personable was never something that I had a problem with. So when that happened, it really hit me. And I'm like, I can't even talk to another human being in a store. Like, who have I become? And I was really beating myself up about that. And I felt like eventually it just felt like, I'm never going to get myself back. And I felt pretty hopeless. When I saw my friends post about the energy, I thought, well, if I can get my energy up, maybe then I'll start to feel a little bit better mood wise. Maybe I'll work out, move my body, get some endorphins flowing, and maybe that will just help me out with these panic attacks that I'm all of a sudden having now. I put the products in my cart. I was about to check out. I was at work and I thought, no, this isn't going to work. I don't know why I'm trying this. I'm not going to waste my money on this. I'm not buying it. Forget it. I went home that night. I had to run an errand. We were actually going to go pick up a TV. We were dropping my son off to his grandparents. And on the way to his grandparents, I started to feel a panic attack coming on. And at this point, I knew how to identify, and I tried all the things I knew. It did not matter. It wasn't going away. It was building and building and building. And in the end, I truly, at a certain point, thought that I was having a heart attack, and I went to the ER. I couldn't walk because I experienced, paresthesis of my extremities because all of my oxygen was going to my heart because that's how bad the panic attack had gotten. So when I went to get out to walk into the ER, I almost fell. They had to get a wheelchair. I thought, I'm not going to make it through these doors. I think I'm having a heart attack. I think that I just kissed my son goodbye for the last time, and I didn't even know it. And I'm getting emotional talking about it, and it's been 4 years now. And they checked me out, and they were like, we are treating this like you might be having a heart attack. I'm not sure. They hooked me up, and they said that my heart rate was high enough that, it's something that could have been, but they were certain that what I was having was a panic attack, and that if I didn't get help or on medicine, soon, that they would advise that I do so. And I didn't want to be put on medicine. And I remember feeling so stupid. I was apologizing and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I've just been stressed out. Like, and just things kind of compound. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, like this is the kind of thing that could happen. I spiraled pretty much out of control and I thought I was dying. And a lot of people have this similar story. And I don't think that they realize that gut health can truly be linked to this. So then, the first thing I did when I left the ER was pulled up the browser that still had my cart for Plexus, and I pressed order and I looked at my partner and I said, look, I'm not, this is going to be something that I'm doing. And I need your support with it. Still didn't think it was going to work. And first week in, I could already feel the buildup feeling of stress and anxiety diminish. Things that I had identified as triggers before were not triggering me. And then probably only a month in, I think I ran out of product. I did not reorder because I didn't have the money. And I was on the way to Ocean City Boardwalk. I hadn't had a panic attack for that entire month, about a week and a half off of the products. I was driving to Ocean City and I had a panic attack again. And I parked right before the boardwalk and I looked at, my partner and I said to him, I don't care what I have to do to get these products again. I am never going to miss. I'm never skipping. This is a priority. Nothing's getting in the way of me taking these products. So I started sharing. I said that I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to share, but I started sharing with people because I had also lost weight. My energy was up, which I didn't even know I was going to lose weight. My energy was up. My shoulder knots after like months and months had gone away. I no longer felt the tingling in my feet when I got up. You could see the inflammation was going down. I was feeling better. I was starting to work out. I was starting to be a normal member of society again. And I haven't had a panic attack since. A lot has happened in my life in the last 4 years. I got my real estate license during a very busy market. A couple career changes. I've also had 2 more babies since then. And I could honestly say that all of the things that really should have sent me into panic attacks over the last 2 years, especially, they did not. And every time that I would sit and reflect, I'm like, I know it's because I'm on these products. I know that I'm a part of a really supportive community that lifts me up and really pushes me to do all of the things. So I can't say, I can't say enough about the products and the community and what they've done for my life. Completely turned it around. So, but I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to wrap it up. Keep in mind that if you heard any of these stories and they resonate with you, please reach out to whoever invited you. And we do have all of the recordings that are going to be on the Facebook page. If you do not have the link, you're not a member of the Facebook page, please ask somebody to invite you or ask somebody for the link. Keep in mind that you can also scroll back and view any past recordings of Stories of Hope. If you're looking for something specific, you can ask one of us and we can get you a testimony as well. And feel free to tag people and share these stories with people, because I really do think that, had I not seen someone post something just about energy, she didn't even know I was having panic attacks. Had I not seen that, I don't know what my life would look like now. And I mean that wholeheartedly. So thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you to everybody, Amber and Shannon, who shared tonight as well. Have a good one.